What's good? What's good, guys? I'm back at work. You're back again. Thank you for coming back to this joint. Don't forget to like, subscribe, help the channel out and whatnot. And also, you are listening to Tellteller by JR, and I am JR, obviously. This story is gonna be a little short one, not too long, or I don't even think there'll be a second one on this one. Well, depending how much you guys like it, you know. Also too, I'm on Rumble. I just kind of signed up for it, and I also have Instagram page for Tellteller by JR. It's all on one word, Tellteller by JR. Literally just one word put together. If you search for me on Google, I'll be the first motherfucker that popped up. You do it on YouTube, same thing. On Rumble, same name, Tellteller by JR. So with this story, let me know at the end. Let me know what you guys think. The name of it is The Price of Eternal Youth. At the end of it, let me know if on this timeline that we're living right now, if that had really happened for real. Of course, besides the little fantasy part, if that joint were to really happen, would it like go the way it went in this story for real? Let me know in the comments. All right, thumbs up, thumb down. Also, don't forget to subscribe to help the channel out and join. All right, so without further ado, we're just gonna fucking jump into this joint. All right, now the character's name is Kaity Markinson. Hopefully there's nobody really named that. I don't know. But Kaity Markinson. We're just creating this one, right? Kaity Markinson, she grew up in West Virginia. And she didn't grow up poor. It was like an average family, you know. And mom and dad, just, you know, your average couple and everything. She grew up fairly okay. Not poor, not above. It's good. And her beauty was acknowledged for sure. She wasn't like super hot or anything like that. Again, a little bit above average with her beauty. Wherever she goes, she is, let's just say she get noticed, you know. And as she was growing up and everything, when she turned like 18 or whatever, she started, I mean, like I said, she's beautiful. And she started advertising like clothing for specific little brands here and there and getting paid that way. And she even went on all kind of other platform to advertise clothing and everything. People wanted to hire her and whatnot. And even a modeling agency ended up hitting her up. And she models for a little bit and whatnot. Her beauty started, she started going up and up there. She even took some acting classes and did a little acting here and there and everything. She got into a little bit in the music industry and stuff like that and whatnot. And then when she turns like 20, she started, and of course with her money, she wasn't done with her money. She started investing and doing stuff like that. She had a boyfriend at like 22. And then as she started going up and up and up, of course, a woman with her beauty and that kind of industry, whatever, it depends when they have a partner of where they would go. You know what I mean? So she started leaving him behind financially, and she felt some type of way about it. And they ended up breaking up and whatnot and left. They ended up breaking up and whatnot because she, you know, traveling a lot and all that. She said the relationship was a little rough because she's never really there and stuff like that and whatnot. And she left. And they went their separate ways. And as she started getting up and up there, even her old friends she used to hang out with and spend time with and talk to, whatever, she said that they started hating on her. They blah, blah. They this and that. She ended up cutting them off and, you know, and she went up. She's moving up and stuff like that. She's moving up. She's changing. And she's investing her money. She's investing her money right and whatnot. When she turned about 26, she married this actor who was like a well-known millionaire and stuff like that as well. And they stayed married for like 2 to maybe about 4 years. So when she, I would say about 20, about season 7, 3 and a half. When she turned about 3 years, so when she turned about 29, they ended up splitting, you know. And when she turned 28, it hit her, of course, when she turned 28, it hit her about old age, you know, because she's still doing not modeling really well. Yeah, modeling and posting for pictures here and there and stuff like that. And her fortune mostly come from small acting and doing what are those TV shows called? Hold on, yeah, doing that, like those live TV shows where a camera pretty much record her life and stuff like that. And she got plenty of surgery before and stuff. And with her money, when she turned 27, 28 almost, it had her old age is catching up, lady. Like, doesn't matter how much surgery you get, it's cool, you know, old age is catching up. And she said to herself, she started not in really investing, but started personally sending out specialists to do research on youth and staying young for a longer period of time. Which, in the time that we live in right now, obviously, you know, we got plenty of good stuff if you got the money for it. What the fuck is going on with this shit? Come on now. Oh, I see. Anyways, so she decided to send out actual, with her own money, motherfucking, you know, like specialists to go search islands for like rare medicinal herbs and plants and stuff like that, what the ingredients and all that stuff, right? And there is a specific plant apparently that grows that was known to scientists discovered, like, oh, there's this plant and we need a decent amount of it to give her the youth that she would want to help her out. And around that time, when the scientists discovered that, now time's been passing, you know, time's been passing. So it's when she turned like 32, 34 or something like that. That's when her surgeon was like, hey, look, her surgeon straight up was like, hey, look, Katie, just to let you know, I know you like the natural beauty. You come to me because I'm really good at keeping your natural beauty the way it is and still give you these plastic surgeries to make you look like it's natural, and you love that, and that's what people actually love about her. She tried her best to stay natural. And of course, as well, she had a skincare beauty product stuff that she's selling as well that has her name on it and whatnot. And she is, of course, her surgeon is telling her, you know, hey, look, soon if I keep going, you're going to start, let's just keep it real, you're going to start looking like a doll, creepy and weird because you're old, obviously, you know, it won't look natural anymore. She's like, okay, no problem. And around that time, that's around that time where that good news came in for her, where, oh, little scientist knows about this plant that grows on one of those little tiny island that's like all the way around the Coral Sea, Solomon Sea area. There's a bunch of little tiny small islands there, and that plant grow on one of those specific islands, right? So they needed that plant, and with that they needed a decent amount of it. The quantity that they have of it at the labs or whatever, it's not, they don't have a quantity at the lab. It's just that the lab had already done research on that plant and it's gone. They don't have anymore. They just have like the records of what the plant consists of and what's in it. And they know that if they put it with another plant, it would help her a shit ton, and actual youth would actually, she'd start looking younger for real. It would really help. And they were talking about it could help humanity. She's like, I don't give a fuck about humanity. I'm about to spend a couple millions in this research that you guys been doing. No, I want it for myself. Of course, greedy. That's how humans are. Okay, cool. She hired specialists to go to that specific little island to check it out. And where it's at, people don't really want to go there because they say that there is like venomous creatures there that if there is no antidote for those creatures bites. And she offered a couple of them like a couple millions to take the risk. Some money is good, and a couple of her people that she sent just never came back. They just never heard from them again. She's like, fuck. She spent about 2 years training herself and getting her physical attribute was already there because she works out a lot. She just needed some actual skill, like rock climbing skills, hiking skills, and wilderness skills, because she's gonna go there herself. Like, fuck that. So she decided she's going to go there herself. Did all that training and whatnot. At that time now, she's about 36, 37, almost up to her 40s, almost like 37 and a half. Let's just put it that way. And she decided to go there herself, right? And she went there herself, and she's in the woods and everything. She had a crew with her. The crew's like, yeah, ma'am, I don't know. I'm not about to go to that area, right? The crew's like, nah, I'm not going to go up there. And it's not that far where the plants grow that she needs. It's probably about 1.5 miles, maybe 2, So she's like, come on, guys, it's just 2 miles ahead or a little bit less. And when they know where it's at. And helicopter, she's rich. Yes, you could think about getting a helicopter and just go there, probably parachute down or some shit or whatever. But the problem is, because of the way the mountains are, it's very foggy, and a lot of times you don't know where the fuck a tree branch is gonna come from or the mountain might be. And especially around the time, they're like, it's creepy. Helicopters can't really go there because first of all, there is nowhere to land a helicopter. First of all, even the beginning of the island, even if you landed somewhere by the beach, that's fine. But from the edge of the island to where they need to go and come back and then go to a different island where the helicopter could like gas up or some shit, it's too far. Not to mention, like I said, the fog, the way the mountains are, it's a little bit hard to navigate. Most helicopters don't want to take that risk. So she decided, fuck this. She's a woman. She's powerful. She's gonna go there by herself. She started going there by herself and hiking there by herself and everything and whatnot, right? She ended up getting way the fuck up there and stepped on what she thought was like a solid little rock bed or whatever. And it cracked and she fell in. She fell in, hit her head in a couple stuff, she fell in and sprained her ankle and whatnot and passed out. She woke up maybe a day or so later. She woke up almost way later. Yeah, about a day later almost. And mostly because it was raining, and she was just there, and it was raining, and it was just, picture a old, abandoned, let's say a castle that was built in the not even 1800, like the 1200s or the BCs or some shit, like, by ancient folks, that hasn't even been explored. That area hasn't been explored yet. That's mainly why people didn't want to go there, because no one really has been there to really come back, because they don't know what's there. And there's creatures there that they know that scientists haven't even fully studied yet, because there's places on our planet, we haven't looked in yet. She woke up in the rain. She's looking up and everything. She's like, fuck, she's thirsty. Oh, grab her bag and drink some water. She break a match and throw it inside the cave so she could kind of see. It's like a cave. But in reality, it wasn't a cave. It looked like a man-made ruin. And it looked like if you really look, it's like a hallway kind of. And she crawl on the side of it and just lay there. Because where she fell at, imagine the ceiling, she fell somewhere. It's kind of like a ruin, building a ruin and shit. And she just crawled to the side where there is no rain. And she's just laying there and not paying attention. She ate herself some snack and took a breather and fell asleep. And she woke up again the next day. And it was fully kind of broad, morning, daylight. She looked in the corner, and it looks like there was a dark, shadowy figure just hovering there. Now, the figure that I'm talking about, imagine a reaper without the sight. Just hovering there. She couldn't see, of course, when I mean a reaper, I'm just giving you an imagination so you can think about it. Looked like a reaper just floating there. But you can't see the reaper. There's no face. It's just, with the big old hoodie. It is dark. You can't see nothing. And it's just floating there. Didn't see the creature's hands. Nothing. There's no feet. It's just kind of hovering there above the ground, about a couple inches above the ground. And the cloth, the black shredded cloth that the creature is wearing, is barely hovering maybe a couple of inches above the ground. She looked, she's like, oh my God, oh shit, of course, anybody would get scared. She tried her best to maintain her composure, went in her bag, she had a gun, pulled it out, and pointed at it. Says, what are you? But she's not sure if it's just a shadow of something or what. But as she's really paying attention, she can see the shit's doing this shit right here. So obviously it is something. And she's like, I have a gun and I will shoot you where you stand. Who are you, or what the fuck are you? The thing responded, and the creature's like, so that thing that you're holding is a weapon, huh? If you think any kind of weapon you creatures create or come up with could harm me, give it a shot. She heard that deep, and it sounded really old, like an old man who's about to die, kind of, voice. It freaked her out. She let out 2 shots. Blah, blah. Of course, it makes a big noise. Birds is flying away and shit. And the creature's like, wow, I see. Humanity has really, really improved. Little tiny metal pebbles at a very, very rapid speed. That definitely would kill any living creature this planet has. But sorry to say, it's still not good enough for me. And it didn't say nothing else, just sitting there. And she tried to move. She's like, damn it, I can't really move or run or do anything. My ankle is messed up. And she's like, did you come to kill me? It didn't answer. It just stayed, just floating there. What are you? What's your name? What kind of creature are you? Are you a reaper? It's like, don't insult me. And it didn't say nothing else. Just floating there. And she put the gun down. She's like, obviously this ain't gonna do anything to you. If you're here to just take my life, obviously my ankle sprain, one of my ankle sprain hurts like hell. And of course, it hurts like hell and I can't really do anything. And as she's talking, she's, wrapping up her ankle and whatnot. She's like, as she's talking, she's wrapping up her ankle. Hurts like hell, and obviously I can't go anywhere. And Obviously, no one's gonna come to save me where I'm at right here, and I ain't got no actual real friends. So go ahead and kill me if that's what you're here for. And she's doing her own thing. Creature didn't answer, just sitting there. She wrapping up her feet, whatever, lay back down, looking at the hole that she fell out of, and thinking of a way how is she gonna get out and stuff like that. And she went in to grab another snack out of her bag, drink some water. She's sitting down and she's just having a conversation with this creature right there. Boom, 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 boom. But the creature never answered her. She's just having a conversation with it about her life, what she's been through, stuff like that, how successful she is. Basically, talking about superficial shit with this creature of her life. You know, how she been, what she been to, how she had to get herself where she's at, and all that bullshit. Her husband cheated on her and all that joint, right? And she's like, and I'm about to die here. Next to your ass. I can't even see you. I don't even know what the hell you are. He's like, well, at least when I die, you can go ahead and eat my soul. Oh, well. Doesn't deserve to go to the heaven anyways. And the creature answer, I'm not here to kill you. And I cannot have your soul unless you offer it to me. She's like, whoa, he finally talks. And I'm talking about, she's been talking to this creature for like hours. It says something. She's like, what do you mean? You cannot take my soul. I'm offering it to you right now. He's like, not really, you're not. And plus, it wouldn't taste good if I take it the way you're offering it. He's like, you need to offer it to me truly, deep down your heart. Then it would taste good. She's like, well, I don't know how to do that, whatnot, you know. The creature's like, didn't say nothing. And then she went on talking again, and finally she said, I'm here because I wanted to because I was seeking this plant, and to make herself younger, blah, blah, this and that, whoop-de-whoop, right? And that's what she was here for, and now she's about to die and not looking her best. That's what this bitch is worried about, not looking her best and stuff like that. And then now the creature, it's been another 40-minute talking. Now the creature is like, I can grant you that. I can grant you that. She's like, you can grant me what? I can grant you eternal beauty, eternal youth. But in exchange, when you're tired of the life, truly tired and down in despair of living, then I will take then I will take your soul when you truly fall in despair. She's like, oh, if I was young forever, there's no way I would ever fall in despair. Now she started asking questions. She's like, so if you grant me this, you would take my soul then? Basically just an exchange. He's like, the creature's like, yes. And she's like, so would I be immortal? Creature's like, the rule for eternal youth is you can die just like any other human. If you get sick, you can die. If you get killed, you will die. The only difference is you will be young forever. And because you have the eternal youth, your DNA is constantly repairing itself and it will never die. So you can even live to be 200 to 300 years old and still look young as you are now. She's like, oh no, and pull out her phone. Would you be able to make me look like this? When she was like 24, that's when she looked at her best. Pull out a picture. And the creature float over towards her. And listen to this shit. The creature's like, no, I cannot make you look like that. She's like, ugh, now that's disappointing. So what, you're gonna keep me the way I am right now? She's like, no, I can make you look like you used to look at whatever age that you want. But that picture that you're showing me, it is fake. You didn't look like that. Basically, the picture that she's showing the creature, side note, the picture was edited. Obviously, as we know nowadays, they edit pictures and make you look better than you actually are. And the creature's like, if you have an age that you were and you were looking your best, I'll make you look like that when you were that specific age. But this picture is not real, so I cannot make you look like that. If you have a different picture that is real, like you look like, I can still even make you look like that picture. She's like, oh, so I could pick a picture. She pick another one. She's like, no, that picture is not real. Because the creature, side note, the creature has been in this cave for God knows how long. Obviously, the creature didn't even know about gun. Because remember when it said that thing in your hand is a weapon, whatever weapon humanity create, there's no way you could harm me. Go ahead, give it a try. And the creature obviously doesn't know about technology, editing stuff. So the creature keeps saying, no, I cannot make you look like that. That's not real. That's not real. And she's like, what do you mean it's not real? It is me, isn't it? The creature's like, yes, it is you. But this drawing that you're showing me, the person made you look better than you actually were at that time. So whatever the drawing, whatever feature the person added, he can't do that because those additional edits are fake. They're not natural. She's like, oh, so you could really make me look natural. Creature didn't say nothing. Duh. She's like, well, okay. How about you make me look just as young as 24? Because that was her best. Again. Side note, I don't know why the fuck she didn't obviously say that, but she wanted to look like the fucking picture, right? So, but as an end, the creature is starting to reach closer and closer to her. She's like, hold on. What about my ankle? Even if I'm hella pretty and beautiful, I can't do anything because my ankle. The creature's like, well, how about... The creature looked at him. The creature's like, well, the price of your soul is also could also cover me healing your ankle. She's like, really? So basically you're saying I have leftovers even after after the youth? The creature's like, no, after I fix your ankle, you won't have no leftovers. Now she's bargaining. Wait, hold on a second. How about you take my soul, make me look young, fix this ankle, and give me one more thing. Like, what is it? Two more things. The knowledge of where that flower is, because when I come back, I could have created, after I'm done getting this, create it and be able to sell my beauty brand even more and stuff like that to make more money. And also give me the knowledge of the safest route to get back. The creature just stopped, didn't say anything. The creature said, I'll heal your ankle and give you the knowledge of the flower. She's like, well, what if I come back and I end up dying by a venomous blah blah and stuff like that, you know? The creature didn't say anything. She's like, and now the creature looked at her and the creature turns around and the creature's leaving now. She's like, wait. Okay, fine. The knowledge of the flower is fine, and I'll just take the same route that I took back. Plus, I have plenty of stuff with me. It is what it is. Okay? The creature ended up leaning close over towards her forehead, and the creature fell back. And the creature says, and then the creature leaned over and touched her foot. She still couldn't see his hands, the creature's hands, because it was like covered under this long cloth, kind of like if you have a cover and you just, cover yourself like a ghost. And it reached over and touched her ankle. The ankle was healed. And then when the ankle healed, she looked up at the creature. It was gone. She's like, it was gone. And in the middle of nothingness, she could hear the creature said, when the time comes and you're ready to die, repeat these words and I will take your soul. So the creature said, say these words, Relo, my soul already belongs to you. Claim it now. And she can feel the tension from where, because the whole time the creature was there, she could feel like it just felt off, like a tension, a pressure, a vibe, a dangerous pressure vibe around her. Even though she kind of didn't care, because she's in a cave, ankles broken, thousands of miles from home, or a couple miles away from shore and everything. Yes, it's only 2 miles deep into the forest still, but people's not coming through, because they're too afraid to come through. And she's like, all right, thanks. And before you go, how come I never heard of you before? She's like, the creature's like, there is legends around me. I'm sure people don't come around here. And also, thank you for breaking my seal. I've been sealed in there for, I'm sure, a couple thousands of years. And it's gone. She's like, woohoo! Also, she had like an axe as well to like chop up trees or whatever. She climbed out. Her ankle's fine. She climbed out, went further up, found the flower that she was looking for, got a shit ton of them, and came back. When she came back, of course, you already know what she did. You know what I mean? Started making money and everything. And of course, she had, like I told you, she had her own beauty brand and makeup stuff, whatever. Her beauty stuff started going for a lot of money. She's like 45 and she still looks like she's 23. Of course, she's modeling still, doing her own thing and all that stuff, right? Now, years pass by. Now she's like 85 years old and she still looks like she's 23 years old. Killing it. Beautiful. Everybody's like, I would still jump in that shit. She's 83 years old and she look like she's 23. Oh my God, I would still, still doing her own thing, whatever, right? And then when she turned, I think several more years later, when she turned 89, she still looked like she's 23. Right? And I think she got invited to something, whatever. And apparently her car got stopped by a group of gang or something like that. That was the story. And they found a couple car. They burned the car and burned a couple of burned her the people that was with her, and they killed them and whatnot. And they didn't find her. She went missing and all of that shit. Right? She went missing. They were still searching for her. Some people that was her high status close friends was like, giving speeches everywhere to search for her, blah blah, and stuff like that. How sorry they were, how they miss her and everything. They hope she get found, and whoop de whoop, blah blah. Big old search thing going for her. She went missing. All she remembers is she's being dragged, locked up in a dark room. Her eyes was covered, and then there was this big old light in front of her. She couldn't see anything. She just see a bunch of doctors with scalps, gloves, about to fucking make a surgery on her ass. She's tied up on this table, and they're cutting her pieces by pieces alive. And she keeps growing these organs back. Because remember, yes, she can get killed if somebody, stab her and stuff like that. But at the same time, to being able to stay young, like that ability come with growing new organs due to the fact that when they get old, when you get old, that's just how it works. Like when you get old, organs starts failing, your lungs, your heart. That's just how it is, man. If you're not a machine, you're flesh and bones, shit get old. And, so they notice that when they cut an organ out, like they remove her kidney, if they give it like, let's say a week, not even a week, like 2-3 weeks pass, they come back, it heals perfectly, and then the fucking kidney's back. They're like, holy shit. So now, guess what? They're using her to sell stuff, and they don't want to remove her heart because if they do, they know that she might not grow the heart back. So they remove her heart and put her in this machine to keep pumping the heart and everything. She never grow a new heart. So they had to put her heart back. And when they put her heart back, it attached itself. Not immediately, like they do surgery and everything, put a new heart in and everything. They did that for her. It healed, truly healed back to her body. So they just keep removing other organs that they know that she'll stay be alive with. But of course they're not. Of course they're studying her like a motherfucker. Under the scope, under scientists and everything, right? Finally, she couldn't take it anymore. They barely feed her. Basically, she's barely alive and everything. And she finally used them words. Vin bum. This soul belongs to you. Come and get it. And the creature arrives. And as the creature is coming, she can feel the intensity, like death. Like, I can't really explain it. It's like, I don't know if you ever almost died before. Like, holy shit, this is it. I'm about to die. She felt that pressure coming slowly, right? And she's reminiscing on her life. And that's when the desperation, that's when true despair started coming into her. How she rejected the good man that she had. And she lied about that the good man that she had just started treating her like shit. Her friends was jealous of her, which wasn't true. She just didn't want to fuck with them no more because she felt like she was above them and stuff like that. True despair started coming in. And then she remembered the last word she said to her mom was, "Mom, screw you. I don't need nobody," and stuff like that. That's your mom. How she turned her mom away, and all her mom was saying is, daughter, these are your friends. Don't just throw them to the side just because you got money. They don't care that you have more money than them. That is fine. These are really, really good friends that grew up with you. That's been there with you through thick and thin when you were sick. When she was like 11 years old or 12 years old, she got sick for almost a whole year and she almost died. Those friends was there for her constantly. These are the same friends. Don't just toss them to the side, you know. And that's all her mom was standing by her and trying to tell her, no, don't do that. Don't, belittle your friends because you got money, because people is liking your pictures so much, because guys is telling you you're beautiful, you're this, you're that. Those are fake people, and she didn't want to believe her mom, and true despair started falling under her. She uttered those words, and the creature showed up in that little room that she's in. And the creature's like, there is no turning back. And she's like, please take it. Please take me. And she's like, so Ismail, when you done taking my soul, right when she's about to say that, the creature interrupted her. Don't worry. When I take your soul, your body will revert back to its original age. If you had made it to be 150 years old, your body would just turn into dust. And now she saw the creature's hands reaching towards her. And she's like, the creature's like, this is gonna hurt a lot. And I will enjoy it as I rip your soul out. She's like, I don't care as long as it's one-time pain. The creature's hand looked like it's black, but a skeleton black hands reaching out, pouring into her. She's screaming in agony and ripped her soul out. And then the door opened. Oh my God, what's going on? What's going on? They opened the door. They saw this creature, looked at him with green eyes and red lip, smiled at him, and disappeared. And then she just turned into an old lady. They were freaked out. They didn't know what the hell was going on. And she died. Just like that. People was just freaking out. Now they didn't know what to do with the body. They pretty much just dumped the body somewhere and whatnot. And they just left it at that. Fucking Kaity Markinson died in the most painful death possible. And that creature enjoyed the hell out of her soul. And that's it, folks. This is where we're going to stop with this story. It gave me a little chills thinking about that creature. If you picturing it the way I'm picturing that shit. Whew. Let me know down in the comments if it would happen like almost like that for real. Somebody got true youth and they ended up getting kidnapped, and scientists studying her and everything to see if they could reproduce it, what's what, and stuff like that. Also, by the way, if you were curious, just extra side note, when the creature ripped her soul out, not just the organs that they took out of her also disintegrated, because those are actual spare organs that was created with the creature's power. And when they dumped her body and when they found the body, they found it missing these organs, because these organs was the creature who made it themselves. So when the creature took her soul, the creature also took everything she gave to her. Doesn't matter if they took stuff from her. Those things also either disintegrated or turn in. The original ones turn to the age that they are supposed to be. Okay. You guys have a good one. Let me know what you think in the comments. Again, thumbs up, thumbs down. Don't forget to subscribe and help me out if you made it this far. That shit give me a little chills, all right? I don't know. I think I had another story that I wanted to put down. I wanted to put in maybe tomorrow. I don't know, really. But there's a story that I want to put up. I'm a little scared for it because that story is racist, is sexist, it's all kinds of shit. It's basically based on God waking up. Okay? God waking up from about 5 to 10,000 year slumber. I'll pick up the amount of time in due time. All right, guys, let me know down in the comments. It was good. Thanks again for listening to Teller by JR. You guys have a good one. Love you. All right. And also too, yes, by the way, I am looking for a crew, especially an artist. And when I find one, it'll be even better because I'll have like pictures that I could show you guys. Hey, look, this is what the creature looked like. This is what certain characters or certain abilities look like. Certain eyes, certain, whatever, wings or whatever. You guys have a good one. All right. Bye.